Now we are discussing the method overriding. So now how it works, you'll see how this method overriding works. Okay, now see, the method in a subclass has the same name and the type signature as the type signature of a method in its superclass. See here, the method in a subclass has the same name and type of signature in the superclass, means the subclass method having the same name and the type of a signature, that is number of the parameters or the type of parameters are same within a superclass, then that method is said to be overridden. Okay, next, coming to the third point, when an overridden method is called from within a subclass, always refer to the version that method defined by the subclass. Okay, overridden, see here, when overridden method is called from within a subclass, when we call the subclass, suppose we have a class called A, and within that class we have the one method, we declared a method called as show. Now the same class within a class B, for example within a class B, so the child class, and we have we declared one more method called as a show, and that if both the method name, see, within a superclass we have a show method, and within a subclass, that is or a child class, we have a method called as the show method. If the same parameter and the method names are same, so now this method is said to be overloaded. Now see what happens when a overridden method is called from within a subclass. By using a subclass object, if you call the overridden method, it always refers to the version that method defined by the subclass. The version that defined within a see here, by calling a method of a child class or a subclass, what happens, always refer to the version of that method defined within a subclass. Okay, by the subclass means or within a subclass. Now what happens if you wish to access a superclass version of an overridden method? Now by using a child class object, it refers to the version, it refers to the defined within a subclass or a child class. But when we want to, if you want to access the superclass version of a overridden method, for example there is the show method within a superclass, and you want to call that method, in case you can access or you can call that method by using a keyword super. Now we have a super keyword and super method. So we'll see what does the super is used to, super method by used to call a superclass constructor. So if we use, for example, we have a class A as a parent class, and we have a class B as a child class. If we want to call a method, if we want to call a constructor of a superclass A, we make use of super keyword. Okay, we'll see with an example how to use the super keyword. Okay, now this one more use of a super is to access the superclass version of a overridden method. You can do this by using super. So now you can call a superclass method by using the super keyword, super.show. For example, show is a parent class method, and you want to call within a child class. So by using the super.show, you can call parent class method. Okay, these are the two uses of super. Now in the next point, the method overriding occurs only when the names and type signature of the two methods are identical. So here, as I said, the identical means method overriding occurs only when type and signature of two methods are identical. When type and signature of the two methods within a superclass and subclass identical means same. So meaning of identical here is same. So if type signature of the two methods are same or identical, then only that method is said to be overridden. Okay, if they are not, then the two methods are simply overloaded. If they are differ in parameters, or okay, even though the method names are same, if they are signature types are differ, then that method is said to be overloaded, not overridden. Overridden is only when both the names and parameter list are same, but overloaded is same name with the different parameters. Okay, so now that is the difference between overridden and overloading. Now, so what is runtime polymorphism here? See, we'll see what is runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism. First, we'll see example of a method overriding. See here. See, this is the what example for a method overriding. Okay, as I said, when the a method overridden achieved only in a inheritance. That is, inheritance means that is if a class B is extending a class A, means the class A is a parent class, class B is the child class. Now we have a how to override means overriding. See here, we have a method called as a show within a class A. Okay, we have a method called as show within a class A, and we have one more method called show within a class B. Now see here, these class within a class A we have a method show, within a class B also we have a method show. See here, both the parameter list are same and the method name is same. Since we don't have any signature for this show method, so here also no signature for a show method. So now this method is said to be overridden because both the same name with the parameters are also same. Now how it works, we'll see. We have a class A, this is a child class. We have two data members, that is int I and j. Now we have a constructor default parameterized constructor. We are using this constructor to assign I and j. Okay, next we have a show method. We are just printing the I, j value. Okay, now this here, the class B, we have declared a class B which extends a class A. Now the class A is the parent class here. Now class A act as a parent class. Now class B act as a child class. Okay, now within a class B we have declared one variable, that is k, and that is a local variable to class B, and we declared a one constructor, that is a parameterized constructor. Now we'll see this constructor takes three parameters, okay, A, B and C. Now we are assigning, we'll see what is the use of this super. Okay, now just concentrate on k equal to C means this third value, that C three values assigned to k. Now k is a data member, the local data member of a class B. Now so now we'll see we'll discuss what is the use of super. Now first we'll concentrate, here is the show method. Here within a show method we are just printing a k value. Now k is a local variable, or you can say the data member within a class B, that is a child class B. We are just printing a k value within a show method of a class B. Now see, as I said, super. Now the super is used to, there are two uses of a super. The first use is to call a parent class constructor. The second use is to call the parent class, the parent class method, that is, or see what is here. In this point I mentioned, if you wish to access a super class version of a overridden method, just use a super keyword. Okay, now how to use the super keyword, we'll see. First use of super is super to call the parent class constructor. Now when this statement is executed, super AB, now the control directly transfer to here, the parent class constructor. This, when we execute this statement, the parent class, the control directly transferred to here, that is AB. Now super AB means it is indirectly we say that A comma B. Okay, we're just calling the parent class constructor. Okay, now the control transfer to here. Now A and B, I and J are assigned. Okay, we are passing two variables, A and two values A and B, and those are assigned to I and J. Okay, now so this is what the first use of see the class, the super, that is calling the super class constructor. Okay, now we'll see how this program works. Program starts execution from this main method. Now we are creating a the object with respect to b. Okay, with respect to b. Now see we are just calling the super see child class constructor, that is 1 2 3 with the parameter 1 2 3. So these values, after executing this statement, the control transfer to b. Where is b? Here the b is the child class constructor b. See here, a value is 1, b value is 2, and c value is 3. Now 2 1 2 3 a 1, b is 2, c is 3. Now this super, after executing this statement, it directly the control transfer to here, where the super class constructor a and c a. Now here a value is 1, b is 2, because here 1 and 2, here we called a super, we used a super method. So a 1 and b is 2. Now directly the control transfer to here, I is assigned to 1, j is assigned to 2. Now value of I and j here is 1 and 2. Now k is equal to c, since k is the local data member of a class b. Now k is assigned to c, c value is 3. Okay, now this is how the program executes. Now after this we are calling sub obj.show. Sub obj.show, sub ob is subclass object and show is, now this calls the show method within a b, because with respect to the subclass of b subclass object, that is b the subclass, with respect to subclass object we are calling show method. Now control transfer here, the show method now prints a k value. Okay, just it prints a k value. Next, how to call this method, the superclass specific method, by using a super dot. Within this here we can directly call here the show method by using a super dot show. Now what happens here, when see the first use of super is to call a parent class constructor, second is to call the overridden method of parent class specific overridden method. Okay, by using a super dot show you can call parent class. Now after executing this statement, the control transfer to here, where is the a super class method, that is see here. Now here the control is transferred and this method is executed. Just print I and j value. Okay, next k value. Now what is the output here after printing this, or you can say you can directly see it, you can write it here. Okay, super show means it prints I and j value, that is 1 and 2. Now after that this prints k value, that is 3. Okay, so this is how the super is used. Okay, so now see here, so runtime polymorphism. Okay, so the overriding method overriding is a runtime polymorphism. So runtime by using a method overriding concept we can achieve a runtime polymorphism, but in case of method overloading it is a compile time polymorphism or a static polymorphism. You can see we can achieve the static or a compile time polymorphism in case of method overloading, but in case by using the concept of method overriding we can achieve the runtime polymorphism. Okay, next is, just mention this point. Okay, next is overridden methods are another way of Java implements one interface multiple method aspect of a polymorphism. See one interface and multiple methods, so don't get confused with this interface and see here the interface considered as a class here, one interface multiple methods. So don't get confused, this interface meaning and that the interface the same name as a class. Okay, now this one interface multiple methods means one class multiple methods. Okay, this is what the the overridden method, another way of it implements the one interface multiple methods of aspect of a polymorphism. Okay, Polymorphism means many forms. Okay. Next is overridden methods. Java implements the one interface multiple method aspect of a polymorphism. That's it. Okay. So this is the end of this session. So in case in external exam ask for a method overriding, just write some points and explain these points. Write these points and explain. So that is what is the method overriding definition, and how the method overriding should be achieved. So next is how to access the data. The child superclass specific method, that is overridden method by using a super. So what is the use of super? Two uses of a super keyword. Next is condition for a method overriding, and one more is what is the runtime polymorphism. Okay, just mention this point: one interface multiple method aspect of a polymorphism. Okay, so this much is enough for method overriding. Next, and you should know what is the difference between method overloading and method overriding. Okay. Next is this much: inheritance and method overriding. So we'll continue in the next class. I'll send one more video so if you see a syllabus, so inheritance, extending class, overriding methods. Next we'll see final variables method and final classes and finalized methods. Within the next I'll send 2 more videos for final variables and methods. Next is the final classes. So thank you.